Hello Scorpio, welcome new viewers, cross watchers and my lovely monions. This is a monthly reading for March 2021. We will be looking into love and anything else that the spirit has for us. Please do look into your sun, moon, rising, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, rising, ascendant signs as well, since this is a collective reading. Alright, so before we begin, let's calm ourselves down, come in tunement with the universe, and open our mind to receive the messages coming through. All right? So just sit back and relax. All right, let's see what the oracle has to say. Spirit, take the wheels. Thank you. We have three cards coming in. First one in, starry dreams coming in with starry dreams coming in with number 29, 2, 9. 9 in the sense of certain kind of balance with certain kind of chapter or a completion, trying to find a balance within, and then the metamorphosis, the rebirth which is coming through. There's a crescent moon also coming in, so new dreams, new aspirations which are coming through. Pay attention to your dreams is also coming in. A lot of wisdom being downloaded in your subconscious is also coming through your dreams. We have hexahedron coming through, and this is talking about structure, but also making sure that we are not walling ourselves up and still leaving a little bit of the door a little ajar is also coming in. Keeping an open mind essence, which is very much required. Make sure that you're not structuring it all. That energy is coming in. It almost feels like someone who has a plan, A to Z kind of a thing, and the moment and is getting a little stuck, like A to B also. If there is a certain kind of deviation, then there's too much confrontation and everything. No, you're not doing things according to me or according to plan, according to the best plan, that kind of a thing. And instead of just zapping away into the point Z, we are stopping at each and every alphabet. That is the energy which is coming through in a way. All I want to say is like getting a little stuck in the nitty gritties. That is also coming in. Let go of control a little. Allow things to also, while you're putting in a lot of effort, even professionally, but allow things to flow naturally as well. Let's not just keep pushing a little too much. And we have the Taurus also coming in. We have 18 over here, which sums up into 9. So I was over here, I got stuck in the 9 over here. With the Taurus coming through, and this is number 55, 555 could be of significance with certain kind of changes, which are again bringing in certain kind of completion. With when you add the 5s, you get a 10. So that's like wholesomeness which is coming in, a certain kind of upgrade which will help you professionally, financially also. But Taurus comes in with a lot of energy, the focus coming in. So we're not getting too caught up in the nitty-gritties a little too much, like not too much into the details. While we have certain kind of blueprint in mind, we know which way we are going, so we're not really getting into the deviations so much. We are being asked to be a little more flexible in terms of certain kind of readjustments which may be required to ripen. The reward is also coming in, and this is a time where you will start feeling your life force energy or bodily energy also feeling more upbeat, in the sense like really pumped up is the energy which is coming through, because there's a lot of flow which is happening over here. Anything which was confused, too interlaced, is getting a little bit of organization, and that interlacing is now more symmetric is also coming through. solar plexus chakra energy and crown chakra energy coming through very, very significantly. Let's just keep this over here, but very strongly. The first card which I see is the more predominant one, guidance which is coming in. Pay attention to your dreams. They are speaking more than like, just look at it objectively and subjectively also. Like a house can depict a body and all of that. It's like whatever is seen, witnessed, felt in our dreams, in our subconscious world, consciously it may be like in the 3D waking reality, it may be a little different. It may be construed or connected differently in your waking reality. So become aware of that. Look into that is also going to be there. Like, I can't let go of the fact that you have to start listening to your intuition, but a lot of downloads which are happening when you're sleeping, that energy. All right, let's look into the 3D energies now. So, Spirit, what is happening for Scorpions? Thank you. We have the Lovers card coming in, certain kind of turn of event, indecision which will be coming to an end. You may find, or someone, this is usually, this side is usually for Scorpions, the signs that I'm reading for, and this side is the other person that you may be considering, may be with, or may be in connection with. Like, doesn't always have to be romantic. Depends who comes through for you. The Lovers card is a Gemini major arcana coming in, talking about a divine connection which may be taking time. So this is saying like divine timing is at work. Do you really want to stay or do you want to go ahead? Is up to you. You have quite for some out there. You have, whether you are in a relationship or not, you have quite a few options. And if you're wondering why certain kind of relationship is not working for you, it's also in a way also because you have kept your energy open to other people's, also to other means also. So you have to come, if you want to settle down with someone or have something long term, let go of the place of confusion, because the confusion has been created because there was this a little bit of not lack, but fear of being alone in a way is coming through. This may be in many different ways, like feeling too stressed. So we are preoccupying ourselves with many things scheduled in our life, or many lovers in our life also, or like friends with a little bit of where the lines are a little blurred, that kind of a thing is coming through. So if you find that kind of a situation, find yourself in such a situation, then you have to become aware, like, this is why certain one particular relationship is not working, like romantically, is because you have other options also around you. All right, apart from that, there's something very meaningful entering your life, the decision that needs to be made. We have the Green Man, the Emperor coming in reverse over here. A little bit of pride which is coming in the way, like I want so and so things to happen in a certain way, in a particular manner. I'm doing this for you. It's time you do it for me. Why aren't you doing it for me? No, it is not the same way, the way I did for you. You know what? Since the time I've been reading, started this reading, my mind is like jostling in so many directions, and it's actually getting numb. The way I'm communicating also, I'm not feeling at ease. I'm feeling a little perplexed. Maybe overloaded with work is also coming in, but a little bit of stress, which is kind of blurring the vision of how to go ahead, or that kind of energy where you just want to say, stop. Let me just take a pause and see, is this serving me? We have the Weaver, the Queen of Scrolls coming in reverse as well. There's a little bit of hurt, past hurt, which may be influencing your current situation. This could be you or the other person as well. But more strongly, Scorpion energy. We have the Storyteller, Hermit coming in reverse. So many major arcanas coming in reverse. Virgo major arcana coming through over here. Lack of clarity, yeah. When the Hermit comes in, it's time to just retreat from the society, take a break, go within, seek for higher truth? Is there certain kind of healing which is required? Are there certain kind of addictions around me, not even like substance wise, but codependent relationship or certain kind of relationships equations which aren't really healthy anymore, and they are just sucking onto you? That also, become aware of that. Just take a break, take a step back, become aware of energy clogs or energy vampires within your vicinity, or the impression of a past situation, event, which is still lingering on and haunting you each and every time that you make certain kind of decisions, or getting triggered, that hurt, particular hurt getting triggered whenever a certain kind of situation, similar situation arises. Become aware of that. It is very important, because we have super full moons coming in. Starting from March, we'll have like 4 consecutive super full moons, and they're very, very empowering, very freeing, also very enlightening. But they give us a very beautiful time to release certain things out of our life, for completions to happen, for us to heal, release, and move forward. We have 10 of mirrors coming through, we have 6 of scrolls coming in, and we have 2 of spirals also coming through. With the other person over here, they are very confused at the moment. They're not being too honest right now. They feel that they are on the right track, that they have to completely focus perhaps on their career or certain other aspect or relation, like family wise also, that this is the way to go forward. But they are too wounded right now. They're feeling very scared. With the 10 of mirrors coming in reverse, there's someone who's doubting whether or not this union will come into fruition, whether or not their efforts will bear any results, or whether or not they will be successful is also coming through over here. There's a lot of doubt which is coming through over here, a lot of stress, because someone is not speaking. The truth is also coming in. Withholding certain things is coming through. But at the end of it, we have 2 of spirals coming in. Someone who wants to co-create, 2 nests which are over here, co-create, build things together, build a stronger foundation. But internally, emotionally, they're not feeling stable. They still have certain things which they have to overcome, certain things that they have to release. But there's this stem, very strong, deep-rooted stem of fear which is guiding their acts. They have a lot of aspirations with you, but they're too scared. They feel that if they put in all their focus onto you, the way maybe it's not even a projection or a demand of yours, but they just feel that in order to make you feel comfortable and happy in a particular situation or a relationship also, ongoing too, they have to give in, devote their 100% is also coming in, which may not be true. It's just how they are perceiving for things to go forward, but that's not really healthy, is it? Till the time both individuals are not independent, there will always be a need, a dependency on each other. The moment we become independent, mature, and all of that, heal our way through, elevate, also grow on a soul basis, we will want to come together only because we want to come together, and not that we need to be together, that we are adjusted or habitual of being together. No, we want to make the effort of staying together. We feel inspired to stay together, even if there are situations where we both may be very headstrong about things, we may disagree. But that's all right. We are opinionated. This word. Opinionated. I think. Opinionated. No. The word. Like, we have strong viewpoints, right? And sometimes it will collide. We are not faking it. We have a voice. We have our individual thinking ways. Like, morals also. In order to co-create, initially there will be friction also. And in the future, there will be, that's how life is. Every ebb, every high and low are very much important for anything to grow. I just feel like there's this, I literally felt I saw a list being put here, like a white paper with things written on it. I want this, I want this. This is how relationship are supposed to be. Someone who's becoming too, looking at love too practically, too logically, and that really doesn't make sense. You both want to communicate, but somewhere down the line, the egos may be coming in or someone being hurt. So again, their defense mechanism may be of saying hurtful things so that the other person backs off, and it may be something that you maybe have a tendency of doing unconsciously too, and it just, the real conversation goes off, and then we have two people who may be triggered or angered, and then the hurtful things goes on, or someone becomes quiet and the other one keeps on yapping because at the end of it, some they got hurt and they feel the need of just shutting their mind down and letting the mouth speak. That emotions just fly off and the anger comes through and the anger remains. So if this is a marriage and if you are finding it a little like, the too many conflicts are happening, step away, do your things, avoid, if not avoidable, but at least, like, just make sure that the moment you realize that there's a trigger happening, just tell that person, I won't be able to think or say clearly, I'm sorry, I do understand what you're trying to say, I may not agree, just whatever works, right? If there's someone already completely angry and you're saying, oh, I can't listen to you right now, I'm going away, you can also say, like, I'll listen to what you have to say, but I will come back and talk, my response will come in, I won't react or reply immediately, I want to think things through. Things have been too raw, perhaps my inner child is, like, trying to heal right now, this person's very strongly coming through, I'm trying to heal myself, and in that I have this old habit of creating this wall and then just firing without, till the time the other person surrenders. That is the defense mechanism I have created, and I have to overcome that. So give me some time is the energy which is coming in over here. They have to step it up. You too have to become a little more open minded is coming in. This may or may not resonate, but if you're here, if you have been drawn to this reading, there's a reason why you're hearing it, all right? I'm just going to say that. Not going to push this message for you. But take some time whenever you feel overwhelmed, just take your time, become emotionally balanced, or at least calm yourself down, then say things, because you can always choose when to say, but what you have already said cannot be taken back, right? So that we have journey coming in, a new journey is about to begin. So close off all the things which have been keeping you hostile. There's someone who wants to travel towards you, perhaps also long distance energy which may be coming in. New phase of life coming through. Again, two directions. Where do you want to go? Who brings you happiness? Who feels like home? That is also coming in. We have financial constraints which may be taking this person away, or if someone has been focusing too much on their finances or career and all of that, this is a reminder from the spirit telling you or them or someone in your life that money can buy you happiness, but money is not happiness itself. There's value in time, love, tranquility, serenity, harmony, and all of that. Also become aware of that. There's any kind of hurdle or pause which is being caused in your life, there's always a reason why, in order for us to balance ourselves so that we can keep on taking new pages to write new lines. But if you're just writing one letter or one word or a sentence in one page, and then we're taking too many others also, eventually how many will you take, how many fresh pages will you take when you're still writing on this page? We have action coming in reverse, divine masculine feeling out of place, certain kind of procrastination which is going on. I also feel like whatever the situation may have been, whether it is emotional healing or just the detachment which is putting someone off. So it may be like, when you're irritated or angry or just put off or disappointed, this side may be coming in. But are we fixating our expectations and getting limited by it, or just putting our source of happiness onto the other person? Isn't that a lot of responsibility? If someone is already going through a lot, is feeling dissatisfied, and also doesn't want to see you or know that you're feeling disappointed, because that adds weight or pressure onto them, that makes them feel more dissatisfied. Give them the space to breathe. Let them do whatever they want to. If you can't add, like, if you can't help them, then just don't add more weight. It's almost like you are extending out of empathy, out of your own understanding, out of past experiences. You know what is best for this person, but this person is not being able to see it. And the best, since you're bringing it, the best solution, they are rejecting it because of retaliation. And at the end of it, we still remain stuck in that very situation. We have attachment coming in reverse. So there is this understanding which is coming in, how things are clogging their life is also coming through, but it is very slowly coming through. There's a lot of pride which is coming in their way. And we have sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron coming in with third eye chakra coming through. Listen to your intuition, bring more stability in your life. Most, how do I say it? More stability for that peace to prevail, that zero, the moksha, Zen mode to be there. That is the energy which is coming in. Listen to your intuition. Some of you may be also experiencing palpitation or vibrations in your third eye area. The third eye area is at the center of our brows and our forehead. Or next time that you meditate, after you have relaxed yourself, your breathing has become deeper, bring your focus to that center. And if you want, tap it thrice if you want at your third eye center. It will really benefit you. I am feeling very exhausted right now. It's like, if you see this, there's so much positivity, thriving energy, light which is coming through, hopes and dreams, someone who is raving to go forward, right? And over here there's a lot of work, like internal work, spiritual work, a certain kind of procrastination which is coming in. Already energetically we are quite out of balance, is also coming in. Let's look into the guidance further. Thank you. We have intuition coming in. Yeah, look at this, the second crescent which is coming through, and we have the third eye over here also. Build with your intuition. The more, like, intuition gets stronger, we all have that gut feeling, inner knowing, inner voice which talks to us, and is not that ego self talking to us, but our higher self talking to us also. Become aware of the difference, because the ego self will always act from a place of impulse or hurt, more strongly fear based actions, so they may turn out to be egoistic also. All right, so this one says intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what, whatever kind of confusion, even in terms of love, whether or not you should stay or you should move forward, who to choose, who to be with, and all of that. Take the time off away from these people, and then once you are a little more rested, clear minded, then think about it again. Don't work yourself up, it's not going to help you. That is the energy coming in. Your intuition will guide you. Their intuition knows you are their person. And maybe slowly and steadily, as they forgive, release, and heal their situations, they're making space for more guidance to come through. Because with so much intuition, starry dreams, and all of that, crown and third eye chakra activation energy which is coming through, 111, 1111 may be numbers that you may be seeing. So that is a reminder, yes, people do wish from it, but think more positively, become more aware of what you are wishing for. What you wish for may just come true also. So become aware of that. What were you thinking prior to seeing that? Just before you saw 1111, the universe wants to draw your attention to that last thought also. So all of that, become aware. Alright? Because even our thoughts keep on weaving or opening different aspects, possibilities, adjacent possibilities, which is why feel free to dream and not restricted, and bring some synergy in your life is also coming through. Do the healing which is required. Small changes, if not big ones, starting from within instead of expecting things from others. Why don't you say this to me? Why don't you clear things off with me? Why don't you tell me this? Why don't you do this? Why won't you hear? Why didn't you call me? All of that, it's just, I don't know how to explain it. For the other person, it does become a little tiring. This could be you also resonating. I have experienced this in my life, kind of a thing. People trying to mold you in a certain way, and whenever there is a deviation, there is a problem there. I was expecting you to keep giving. Why aren't you giving anymore? Don't you love me anymore? That kind of a thing also. And in that too, you have to take a step back, articulate more clearly, and tell them, like, I want things to change now. I want things to move towards a more meaningful life, which actually brings me happiness, because I have a lot to say. I have a gift of words, and I like things to be clear. I would love you to also be clear about what you want, what is not working with you. But I can't work with you if you're only expecting me to do everything and for you to eat the cake too. That is not going to happen with me. Get off your pompous bum and do the work which is required. Stop being a child. Stop acting or cribbing or retaliating like a child. Yes, if you're hurt, I can sympathize, but till a level. If I feel that you are sabotaging my happiness too, then it won't be selfish for me to stand up for myself. There's a level of how much I can take. Okay, let's look into the charms. So we have the peace sign, which is very much required. They want to have a heart-to-heart conversation. They want to amend things. They may just feel that they are not emotionally or financially up to the mark right now for you also, but they want to maintain the peace, especially if there has been conflict and all of that. They don't want it. They themselves are quite annoyed by the situation because they like things to be peaceful, working in harmony, and all of that. Disruption, any kind of disruption in any means of their life, aspect of their life, it kind of shakes the other aspects too. So they have to balance that, is also coming in. We have the bee coming in. They may be seeing you as busy bee, but they see you as abundant. And this is talking about hard work will be paying off, gotta hustle, the energy coming through. We have the cabochon also over here with the female, and it feels like a gift. They want to gift you, they see you as very precious. Victorian energy coming in. Some of you may have interest in that age or that era, whatever. Portrait, looking at your photos, keeping tabs on you like no one else's business, kind of a thing. Secretly keeping a tab on you. We just a trinket. It almost seems like a alarm or a pan. It almost reminds, this side reminds me of a gadget also. PlayStation, Xbox energy coming through. Into games, virtual games, we have the seer also coming through over here. A lady looking into a crystal. So yeah, use divination tools also. Clear quartz is very nice. Angelite. Angelite is very nice for connecting with the angelic fairy realm and protection, positivity. Very, very beautiful, very powerful. Selenite is also really good for divination tools. Alright, just saying. We have a sea, corporate. This reminds me of corporate. We have a horse coming in, Sagittarian energy, or someone being born in the year of horse. But fast movement will be coming in, but they're still playful. They still want to explore right now. That's why maybe the relationship may not be progressing the way you may want. But there's still this energy of wanting to, like, wave the white flag, bring in peace, extend the olive branch is also coming in. It's almost like they want you to lead this relationship and not walk away from it. We have Vam sacral energy coming in, sacral chakra energy coming through over here. Rebalancing activation may be beneficial for you. And we also have sacral chakra over here too, being in the spotlight, the rose coming in. They see you as very successful, like you are progressing. See, these two cards, both the cards over here are very successful cards, professionally successful, established people, leaders also. But at times that can, professional, the way you are professionally, your professional nature, let's say that, characteristics flowing into your personal life a little too strongly. So if you are in the habit of giving orders, your loved one is also getting orders at home, that kind of energy which is coming in. And perhaps it's like, you're just saying things normally, but they are correlating it to your profession also. Okay, so we have the flower daisy coming in, or sunflower rather coming through. And sunflower is about rejuvenation coming in, strength coming through. Rainy season, storm coming to an end, blessings coming your way, transformations which are occurring. We have a lotus also coming through. Ma Lakshmi, Saraswati energy coming in. More significantly, Ma Lakshmi. But fortitude, divine feminine energy is coming in. They love that feminine side of yours, whether you are male or female, the caring, empathic energy in you, the healer in you. They respect that. Very strong divine feminine energy coming in over here. And we have this emblem. I always feel like it as though something like hitting the bull's eye with the arrow, but also messages which will be coming in. Success, quick movement, unexpected changes, news which will be coming in. We have Om over here, chanting Om, crown chakra, again energy coming through over here. We have hand of Hamza coming in, and that talks about a lot of spiritual guidance, universal guidance. Spirit guides are around you, angels, ancestors. Also, we have a coin. I think this is a cent. I don't know. Yeah, it's cent or money coming in. They see you as abundant. Financial constraints, if you are in fact experiencing that right now in March, that will be lessening, because unexpected windfalls also could be coming through, blessings in that way. We have an elephant also coming through, and the elephant is very loyal. We had elephant over here too in the Six of Scrolls. They need to listen to their intuition. You are their guiding light. they feel that they cannot forget you. That is the energy which is coming in over here. There are a little like karmic constraints which are not letting this connection progress in the way that you want, but let's not downcast it just because it is not flowing in the way that we want. Yes, of course, if you feel exhausted by this person, or that it is a codependent or in a way toxic situation, a very beautiful connection which is turning toxic, just take your time off. You don't need to make a decision just yet, all right? So we have you or your person. You, of course, could be a Scorpion, and we have, they see you as very passionate. They feel very passionately for you. They just don't know how to maybe ground it in this 3D realm, but they feel it very strongly in the spiritual realm, in the 5D, or emotionally. Like they rather be away from you, love you, and miss you from a distance, that energy. And we have the Gemini also coming in, Lovers Major Arcana, which was over here. Again, Gemini, and they see you as being very intelligent. All right, so this is just extra confirmation, but do let me know if this resonated with you, and thank you so much for being part of the Moonian family. If you haven't already, then please do subscribe and welcome. And clear your mind, just do a little bit of meditation, exercise, yoga, anything, even breath work, something or the other which brings you calmness, because March is going to be very, very, how do I say it? It can be a game changer also professionally too, but we have to be in that mind frame of picking up cues and, like, thinking more sharply. That sharpness is required, but let that sharpness not be a constriction of yours. Use your creativity, use your intuition, and flow more in sync with the universe. Elevate your energies towards love vibrations, the highest frequencies of love. Unconditional love. Do things unconditionally is coming in, especially in your romantic life. Act with the heart too, a little is coming through for some people out there. But a very, very beautiful time professionally, work wise, creativity wise also. You may be finding certain kind of passion, reigniting some past passion, even if it is a passionate hobby, maybe pursuing that again. Whatever brings you happiness, whatever brings you peace will be vital as you go forward, enjoying the breeze. So until next time, love, light, healing, empowerment, calmness to you all. Om Namah Shivaya. Keep that vibe high, my lovely moons.